Man, it is good to see y'all. This morning we're in Panama City. We're gonna do something that I thoroughly enjoy and have enjoyed since I was a child, just like Carter. So normally, obviously there's just me and a co-host, but honestly, I got two boys of my own. Where Fred goes, Carter goes anymore. You know, the guys are a team and they do very well at what they do. And I'm excited to see what we can get into today. Catching a lot of redfish is on the menu. You've got my vote with that every time, as anybody that knows me knows. So you gotta stay tuned. He's pissed. He's like, why are you bothering my lunchtime?
When I think about designing an episode or setting up an episode, obviously the co-host is a huge piece of that episode. This one here specifically, we traveled over to see the Myers for one reason. My love and passion for redfish tournament fishing is something that's been there for many years. It hasn't changed. I just don't have the time that I used to have. Them two have started something real special, and I had to get across there into the Panhandle and check it out and get a little deeper. And lo and behold, of course, you put three redfish anglers on the bow of a boat, competitive anglers with history of competitiveness. You put them three guys on the bow of a boat and you put cameras involved to where there's actual footage of truth. And buddy, did the competitive edge completely take off. If we weren't fishing, I bet we didn't make 5 casts apiece. And I don't remember who brought it up, but somebody said, let's just put a little bet on the game. Might have been me, maybe it wasn't, I'm not sure.
All right guys, we are finally here. Got us a little boat ride in through the bay. The weather was nice. It was just enough breeze there to make the boats a little faster. We all love that. So we got a big shoreline here. We got an eastern wind. So what's the game plan? What do you see happening here?
Well, the tide's up, so the fish are likely to be up here floating. Should be up against the bank. We have a little bit of green grass that comes off the bank in the water, and they should be floating in between this green grass up there.
Most likely got a little sand hole pattern here and there and stuff of that nature. And we're just going old school today. We're here to catch fish and have fun. We're not going to do nothing tricky.
That's right. Yeah. Slow rolling a spoon just above the bottom. Hopefully bringing across a few fish and catch them.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Who's gonna get the biggest one? Let's talk about this right now.
Oh, I can tell you right now, he is. He always gets them. But I can tell you what, I can dip them up like it's my job.
All right, well the dip net's right there in that hole behind you. It's on your side already. That just worked out that way.
You just point it out, because I can run it like this fishing pole.
I say we put it. Let's put a little wager here. Let's say $5, biggest fish.
$5? I say 10.
10? Oh, look at it. These youngsters these days, man, I tell you.
He's got it on it, so he's learning. That's kind of what we do at the boat ramp on some of these tournaments. We'll try to get some guys to ante up.
Yeah, there you go. All right, $10 it is. Let's do it.
Let's get them.
I'm a pretty simple guy, so I tried to keep things real nice and cheap and simple. With old Carter there, he felt pretty confident, so he had to double the ante, put a whopping $10 on the deal.
There's a starter. I'll hit the brakes for it. Yeah, we did that on purpose. We didn't want you. We want to make sure you got in your element here.
Oh, yeah.
I told you, didn't I tell you we was going to catch one on that point?
You did tell me.
I mean, right in there
as soon as we pulled up.
I don't think he'd have caught that fish without us.
Yeah.
I think he needed us.
I'm glad y'all put
help.
me on.
Yeah, we got.
Well, he's got some spots, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking was going to happen too. One with a bunch of spots.
Yeah.
I mean, we dialed that. Hey man, we dialed that right.
Good job.
I don't know what he'd do without us. Hey, you need a little help? You got him?
Oh, I got him.
Okay.
Y'all just go ahead and catch some other 10 that are up there. This fish is about as pretty as you get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spots. Spots don't count for nothing, but you know what this is? Them two boys up there are still fishing for the first fish. I want y'all to know.
Trust me.
I got the first one.
We've already discussed this, yeah.
I got the first one.
Yeah.
That is very rare, by the way. Oh yeah.
There you go, a little tail flapping release, a little showboater.
Man.
Nice job, Fred. We got to start somewhere, you know what I mean?
I figured y'all didn't have another one.
We started the day out pretty laid back. We didn't have to get out there super early. Red fishing is very tidal oriented, so we weren't in a hurry to get going. So we took our time, got out there mid-morning, 8:30, something like that, if you will. we just kind of sat the boat down and just made a little quick plan of what to expect over the next couple of hours. We kind of looked at the day in segments with the tidal flow. Again, red fishing is very tidal oriented, so it's very important to have a pretty solid plan throughout the day when you want to be there and where you want to be.
There you go. There you go.
Boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
That might be a
Lucky.
good one there.
It is
Oh,
a
that's a good one.
Whoa. There he goes.
No.
I
Yeah.
know what you did there.
Oh,
I know
no.
He got off. I got him off on purpose.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know, you
It's
didn't want
too
that.
big.
You didn't want
Yeah,
that. You
I didn't want
want
that to
take the show.
happen.
Yeah, you didn't want to take the show.
Well, don't do that.
That was pretty nice of you.
Oh,
Pop, I'm gonna tell you, he was doing this and all of a sudden he just went like that.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know that's the truth. Ah,
Hey, that was a nice one.
It was a good one.
Yeah. He's redefining the whole beating the bank process. That's what you got. You're
got
right.
him?
That's right. All you need.
oh no.
Oh yeah. What's it feeling like there,
Trying
buddy?
to cut
Feels
off.
like, see, I'm gonna go,
You
well,
gonna need a little space with him?
watch out, everybody.
Oh,
man.
boy.
Yeah, it's one of them trophies.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You need me to help you with that?
You
or-
need me to get a
Yeah,
net in that
I
Carter?
think I need you to get the net.
At least somebody else caught one. Besides me.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the big one. So Fred, me and you, we kind of live two different worlds in a way in this fishing thing and the fishing scene, but not really. But one thing I bet we can share the same analysis on is that this trolling motor is kind of up here,
Man,
and
it's
then the rest of them are kind of down here.
way down there. It's a flat out game changer, that power pole move. And I don't say that on many things because, I mean, catching fish is the deal for me. And man, this trolling motor is powerful, and it is by far the quietest trolling motor that I've ever run. And I've ran many of them.
Come
Better
on with it.
fish.
Better?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good deal.
Come
Here you
on,
go.
man.
There you go. Take the important side.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, I said he was a little bit.
Old shrink ray come out again on him.
Oh no.
Hey, we'll take him though. We ain't hating on him at all. You know the old saying, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So as we fished through the morning, first few hours of the morning there, the tide was flooding. We were targeting the flood tide, and we were targeting a higher bank system. One that was protected by a pretty stiff east wind. Well, all of us on the west side of Florida, we all know what an east wind does to tidal flows. So they had just got done crushing a tournament on Saturday that Carter had prepped and found the fish for. We were literally following right in behind that just a few days later, minus the east wind direction. So when you have a high bank and you have some deeper water adjacent, those bigger fish will be manipulated. They will rise with the tide on those banks, and they'll climb up on those high ends. And that just didn't happen. That's as we fished throughout the day, we caught plenty of fish. We caught a ton of little ones. We caught some mid slots, but those bigger fish did not climb up that bank into those zones that they were there just a few days prior. Over that east wind, that was the issue that happened, and it left us, like I said, with plenty of fish, but not the ones we were really looking for.
You could help out too.
Oh, there you go. See, I knew if I put a little pressure on you, you'd come through.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trout.
uh-oh. I'm gonna hit the brakes, hitting the brakes.
Oh, this is a little better one.
You got the trouts. Pop's got a decent one.
Oh yeah.
Thought I hit that off.
Trout.
There you go, come on in there.
Move, Carter.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's
he's
more
decent.
right.
He's more better.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's trying to get my $10 there, Carter.
Yeah. There's another one with him, Carter. Get him.
No,
just
it's not.
kidding. I'm kidding. Don't cut me off now.
Oh, cut him off, Carter.
Yeah.
That's right. He was sitting there right behind that current though, coming out of there.
Yep.
He was right where he should have been.
There ought to be another one up there. Let's see if I can get him without losing him. Oh yeah. Like a doggone professional.
I fished my first redfish tournament in 1998, and I've been around a lot of anglers since then, obviously. I don't believe I've ever been introduced or had the opportunity to fish on the bow of the boat with such a young man with a passion for something, and to watch him throughout the day break it down and listen to him and his thoughts did not sound like a 16-year-old boy's mind.
Uh-oh, there we go. Followed it up. There you go. Little spunky
Yeah,
color.
that's a good one.
Well, it's not a good one.
Whew.
Well, you want me to take this one to the other side and land it like I'm supposed to?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a
You
minute.
got a double?
Wait a minute.
Oh,
Oh, Carter, throw right where I'm at. See my swirl? See my swirl? See my swirl?
don't
think he's
worry,
by
they're all
himself.
little.
I don't think he's by himself. See?
Yeah.
I don't think he's by himself over there.
That's a better
Oh,
fish
yeah.
right there.
Ooh, watch out now.
I'm gonna get out there and get me another one.
Well, I gotta get
Love
me
spot.
one first.
I'm gonna knock Danny's off when I let this one go.
He tried to get after it. He tried to eat yours. Well,
I mean,
oh, it's a beautiful day
dang, that's a pretty good one.
for today. You know. Oh.
What's that?
This is more of a 2025-ish and a half maybe
No,
tournament model.
He'll be good next year.
Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood. All right. Oh, well, he was ready to go. He said, I'm done with y'all. That's pretty neat. We actually had a few fish pull up on that grass point in front of us. Got a little nervous as we eased up there and just in casting range to him. And Fred pitched in there and got one, and I come in there right behind him and got that one. And Carter didn't
I
get
think
one.
they settled down
Oh,
back
my
up there.
Carter didn't get one. I don't know if y'all caught that, but Carter didn't.
I'll save it for next go around.
They weren't big enough. You know, the thing about now is Carter's 16, and this past weekend, I mean, we fished a tournament, and he went out on his own. I mean, well, you tell him what happened. I don't have to tell him. I mean,
So I just turned 16. Now I'm all excited. I get to leave our bay finally and then kind of go explore a little bit, you know. But I'll start fishing, you know, and there's fish. There's another fish. Oh, well, there's a school of 200 fish right there. Well, I think I might have found them. So we just got on some good fish. I'm like, Daddy, we gotta go right here. They're on this little bank. The wind's gonna be right, tide's gonna be up. Now the weather ain't gonna be what we were looking for, but we're gonna be able to hopefully get an all right drift. You know, we got a drift sock to slow us down in the back, so we get a good drift.
wait a minute now. They can't be telling everything.
They'll figure it out.
Easy.
And we're picking these fish off one by one, and we thought we had enough, but it was so bad weather. But
he texts
some
me.
reason-
He texts me and says, "We got them. We got them." This was Tuesday before the tournament. Tournament's on Saturday, and that makes me proud. You know, I mean, And I said, "All right, perfect. I'll show up with a dip net, and I'll be ready."
And as a dad, that's a whole nother level of accomplishment.
Oh,
A whole
yeah.
nother level. I mean, that's like tournament fishing winning.
Yeah.
You know, when you released him, he's hit that age. At that point in time, you know, he's been listening.
Yeah.
He's been doing what I did.
Yeah.
And my stuff that I'm pushing his way, he's picking up on it, and he just made you proud. I mean, he just did. I mean, that's
Absolutely.
what it did. I mean, and that's what it's all about.
Ooh, I got bit. Definitely.
Oh, there you go.
Turn off that motor.
You gonna lock down?
Yeah, pull us down right here.
What you thinking?
He's
Staying
better.
there? Oh yeah, good fish. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. What are you talking about? Ooh, ooh, where's he going? He come up there and took a look at us and said, no, I don't like the way I see. I'm going back over here. Hey, I want you to take up the whole bow.
Yeah, y'all just move out of my way. I kind of got priority right now.
My goodness. Thinks he's special. He's just like, no, I want to go over here. No, I want to go over there. Good fish, man. Good job. Man, did he loosen the drag? I think Pop's loosened the drag.
He loosened the drag.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like he put a couple clicks off on us when we wasn't
I'll
paying
let
attention.
y'all reel him in if you want.
Hey. All right, all right. Let me get that for you there, Fred. Take a
Oh,
load
man,
off.
I'd like somebody
Yeah, let me help you out.
laying my fish for me.
Yeah. Let me help you out. All right.
Fine job.
Yeah, got him rodeoed up. Let me spin around here. Oh. Well, Fred, you was right, buddy. These little drainage creeks that are coming off this island, now that the tide's finally got in its little stage, they're making these fish a little more happy, a little more easy to get along with.
Yeah, they kind of get bunched up here, and I figured if we got the wind behind us and started drifting good, we'd pick up a few fish. It's been a little slow, but I mean, hey, you know, we've caught several like this today, and when you're catching fish, you can't complain.
No, heck no. You know, you've dialed it in from the beginning about it. Like you said, you know, we deal on one of them days, and the fish ain't as big as we'd like, but we're staying busy. The sticks has been over. I mean, we're doing all right.
I mean, we've caught plenty of fish, just not quite the quality we wanted. And,
We've seen some qualities.
But yeah,
a little snobby
we saw a
ones.
little group back here behind us, and
That's right.
but glad he's biting. Tide? I'm up on you.
No, I'm talking about in two good ones.
That's two good ones on this bank.
I know. We didn't have a per bank tournament going on. We had a day.
I thought that was my third good one. Maybe not.
Is he changing the rules as he goes?
So early on in the morning, we had started that competition. Early on, Fred jumped on top of us with a couple of dinks and got the day started. Me and Carter both was going, oh boy, we will never hear the end of this if we don't tighten up. Midday or so, things started to change a little bit. I started picking up on a couple of things that were going on of my own I may or may not have kept to myself. I was able to button up a couple of really nice keepers, which put me in the lead pretty quick. But then Fred picked up on a few things in some creek mouths, and he just so happened to have position in the bow to get those casts first. So Fred went ahead and bumped up, and I think overall said and done in our little $10 competition that Carter had set up, I'm pretty sure Fred got me by a few ounces. I held in there at a solid second, and old Carter brought up third place for the day.
I'm gonna tell you something, and you may already know this or you may not already know this, but I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. Let's just gently use the word old school guys.
Yeah.
You even though we're old school guys and we know a lot, we still get repetitional.
Absolutely.
And you get a fresh young mind like Carter's come in there, and I can see you easily finding yourself going, man, I never thought about it that way. I mean, it's got, it's a fresh new young mind with not all this clutter and all this, like we talked about on the water day. There's so many spots and so many things and so many situational things that goes on. And you're spooling through years, and it can be clutter. But you got a young, fresh mind and go, hey, Dad, what about this?
Yeah.
And I can see where you easily would be like, man, never thought about that.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
There's nothing worse than trying to make, we talk about it all the time, is trying to make fish where fish are not. Yeah. And there's banks that we've caught hundreds of fish on, and you go back to them and then there's nothing, and you always gravitate back to those banks and you go back, and then all of a sudden Carter comes home and says, hey, I caught him right behind the house. Like right there.
Yeah,
I'm like, what?
The neighbor's dock.
What? I mean, are you serious? Like, really?
I could see it, yeah.
And I'm like, man, and so it's good to kind of open back up, because you can't get closed-minded, and when tournament fishing, it was kind of like today. We're kind of on the clock. We have some things, and the bottom line is when you got to leave at daylight and be back at say 3 o'clock for a tournament day, it's a whole different game. You got to catch them during that tide, no matter what tide. During that time, weather, tide, it doesn't matter. You got to catch them during that time.
You nailed it right there. A lot of folks, like you said, whether we're tournament fishing or play fishing or filming a show, you got 12 hours of daylight. Sure you do. But you really only got an hour and a half over here and an hour and a half over here,
right.
And the rest of it's worthless. And you better make sure you're in that trendy spot during that trendy time or you're really chunking and grinding all day long. We know all about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
We got that today.
A very uniqueness thought comes to mind when I think about this team. It stems from many years of competitive fishing of my own. I want to put it to you like this. As an employee is employed for a length of time, he becomes better and better at his trade. The more people that he trains, the better that person is at his trade. So you got to think for a minute. You know, Fred has fished with a handful of really good redfish tournament anglers. He's been in the game a long time. He's learned a lot on his own, obviously. He's learned a lot from other teammates. They've all been very successful. About everybody that Fred's fished with, that team has been successful, so there's been a lot of knowledge to hand down to Carter. Carter being so young and a chance to absorb all of that information and just the thought of how good of a fisherman he's going to be at that trade. Fred, on the other hand, with all of his days of experience and having a son on his hands that has the same passion as him to hand all that down to, that's super special all on its own. And as them two keep growing together and learning off of each other, every generation has a little something to bring to the game. And now that Carter's kind of coming up, he's going to show Dad a few things, and when them guys get synced up, they're going to be complete trouble for everybody.